What's going on, guys? Today I'm trying my first ever accepting all trades video. I don't know how I've never done one of these, so I'm super excited to give it a shot. TDI came up with this idea like 5 years ago, so shout out to him. We're just going to be starting with the Anaheim Ducks in this video. First, alphabetically, they're also the worst team in the NHL right now. Tied with the Columbus Blue Jackets there and the Chicago Blackhawks, but they have the worst goal differential by far, almost minus 100 at this point. So we're going to see if just by accepting all the trades, we can turn this team into Stanley Cup champion in one season. As you guys can see at the bottom of the screen there, their top players are Troy Terry, Trevor Zegras, Cam Fowler. So we'll see what kind of return we can get for those guys. We're 86 overall, so we're actually second worst in the Pacific. Only San Jose Sharks that are worse than us. And now for this video, guys, I'm leaving the side cap on to hopefully get some more realistic trade offers. If I find we're not getting enough offers, though, I'll definitely turn it off. And before I forget, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know which team you want me to use in the next accepting all trades video. I'll probably just use like the top rated one. Also, too, if you do want to see more of these, make sure to leave that thumbs up. And so next year, guys, the most important part of the video, we got to set our trade block. Obviously, we want to make sure that we have our best players on the block. That way we're getting like the coolest offers. Also, too, our wants is going to be everything. Surplus is going to be everything, just to kind of generate, hopefully, more trades. So, easiest way to do this is just you reset everything, and then you go forward here. So, like you can see, AHL minimum potential, franchise max potential, age 17 to 50, so literally anybody. The next one there, you do defense, you get those defenseman offers. And then the third one there, you do goalies. So, basically, right there covers everything. Current picks, we're going to say all of our picks are on the block, because just a one-year sim here, trying to win the cup with this Ducks team, which honestly is going to be pretty tough. And then the same thing there for like the wants. I'm going to have our wants at everything just to try and generate the most offers. Now, if there's an offer we get that's, say, just like a mix of picks and prospects, I'm going to say no, as obviously like we're trying to win now. But as long as there's like an NHL player involved in the deal, we have to say yes. So you can see there our surplus and wants is literally everything. And like I mentioned too, we're just going to have our 5 best players on the trade block. So that's Mason McTavish, Trevor Zegras, Jamie Drysdale, Mintyukov, and Terry. Hopefully, like I said, we can get some cool offers back. McTavish, for instance, only an 80 right now. Drysdale's kind of lower rated, same Mintyukov. So if we get some like real NHL stars back in return for those guys, maybe the Ducks here actually have a chance at that Stanley Cup. Now, before I do start simming, guys, I'll show you what the line's looking like, because I think it'll be funny to kind of see at the end of the video how different this team is compared to what it looks like right now at the start. So we got Zegras, Henrique, and Terry as our first line. Strome, McTavish, and Silverberg there on the second. Comtois, Lundstrom, Vetrano on the third, with Leeson, Carrick, and Jones on the fourth. Also, too, guys, I am using my new roster for this video, and it should be finished this week. I know you guys have been waiting for it. I apologize. I'm really hoping it's going to be worth the wait. Defensively here, we got Fowler, Klingberg, top pair. Shattenkirk, Drysdale on the second, with Kulikov, White on the bottom pair. Goaltending-wise, Gibson starting, Stoller's there back in a month. So like I was saying, I expect this team to look drastically different by the end of the season, and hopefully the new team is a playoff team. Let's find out. And real quick, guys, I want to thank Raycon for sponsoring today's video. I've had a pair of their everyday earbuds for a couple years now, and I can't say enough good things about them. I feel like for me, the biggest thing is probably just the fact that they cost about half the price of other premium audio brands, and they're still a very high quality. They have the noise isolating feature, which I really like. If you're at the gym, you don't have to hear like the other generic music they're playing on the speakers. If you're in an airplane, it kind of gets rid of that hum. They're also water resistant too, so you don't have to worry about sweating if it rains, anything like that. I'm also a really big fan of the charging case they come in. As you guys can see, nice kind of compact design. Open it up there, they light up and they're ready to go. I believe these earbuds also have 8 hours of battery life, and the charging case itself is like 4 charges worth, so that should be around 32 hours of total battery life. You guys can see here, they'll fit nicely into your ear, and if you want to make sure you have the perfect size too, they actually have a bunch of customizable gel tips there, so you'll get the perfect fit every time. And if you're not a fan of the classic black, they actually come in a variety of other colors, such as red, white, and blue. Also too, if you already have a pair of wireless earbuds, or maybe you already have a pair of Raycons, they have some other products you guys would probably enjoy, such as low latency gaming headphones, which I'm sure you guys will like, as well too, they have speakers with long-lasting battery life. If you guys are interested in any of those products, make sure you click my link in the description box below and go to buyraycon.com/tacticshd for 15% off your order. Again, guys, that's buyraycon.com/tacticshd for 15% off. All right, guys, so our first trade up here from the Hurricanes, a second-round pick, Matthews and Himasalmi. I'm pretty sure both of those guys are prospects. Yeah, 69, medium top 6, 63. So we're going to say no. Like I mentioned, we're actually looking for trades for like actual NHLers. Again, pretty much the same thing there, second and Himasalmi. So we're through the preseason. Hopefully can, get some big time offers here. Wouldn't mind like a McDavid for Zegras from the Oilers. All right, guys, this one, do we have to take this one? Riley Sheehan in 2 seconds for Strome and Perreault. That feels like it's basically 2 seconds for Strome and Perreault. I'm going to say no. I feel like Sheehan is an NHL player, but like he's borderline, and like I said, the majority of that offer was seconds. That's the kind of offer I'm looking for. Wow. Toronto offers us Morgan Riley, a 5th and a 6th, for Mintikov, Gruel, Vakanainen, and some guy, I cannot pronounce his name, Shigurl. That's like insane. TSC, how do you even do that? So yeah, obviously we're going to take this trade offer, guys. I'll show you quickly here just the big parts of the trade. Mintikov there, 70 medium elite. Gruel there, 77 medium top 6. You guys can see the other two prospects, not too bad. We get back Morgan Rielly, 88 overall defenseman. I guess the Leafs want to shed cap because they're doing really well. They're 16-4-2, and they're trading us the #1 defenseman. So not really sure what they're thinking there, but we're saying yes. And now because Mintikov is one of the top 5 players on our block, we got to replace him. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, Morgan Rielly, second highest trade value on the team now. So he's actually on the block right after we got him. It would be kind of fun if we flip him for, say, an even better player. He's actually our leading scorer right now, 24 points, 28 games. Obviously, that was playing with the Leafs, so we'll see if we can keep it up here with the Ducks. Flames just offered us back and forth for Comtois. Again, that's just a prospect and a pick. We're going to keep the NHL offers. Okay, this is actually a real one. Paul Byron there, and a 4th for Silverberg and a 4th. I think we're getting screwed. We have to say yes. Silverberg there, 82 overall, two-way forward. Byron here, 79. He's fast. That's about it, though. So, yeah, I think Montreal figured out we were accepting all trades somehow and took advantage. But, you know, I feel like we won the trade before getting Rielly. Coyotes there, fire their head coach. Not really a surprise. I'm sure they're not doing too well. And what we have here, Danforth and a 5th for Dostal. Danforth here's a 78. Looks like he's currently scratched in the NHL. And Dostal here is playing on our AHL team. So I guess we'll say yes to this. I feel like we kind of get screwed there. And we just got another trade off here, guys. NHL offer for sure. Luke Shen, a 3rd. For Nathan Gaucher here and Derek Grant. So Gaucher's a pretty solid prospect. 67 medium top 6. A couple X factors. Derek Grant's like a 4th line forward. Luke Shen, though, is like a solid, you know, physical defenseman. He is like our 8th NHL defenseman at this point. So, I mean, I assume, hopefully, like, we can start trading away some D-man. Check out this defense, guys. After the Luke Shen trade, we got Riley Klingberg top pair. Shattenkirk Fowler on the 2nd. Kulikov, Shen, bottom pair. So a couple former Leafs there. But Jamie Drysdale's literally scratched. So hopefully someone gives us a big offer for him because obviously he's not helping out the team while he's scratched. We're actually getting +1 on every forward line as well right now. It's pretty impressive. I think leading scorer is actually Trevor Zegras at this point. Yeah, 33 and 37. Unfortunately, though, team's currently second last in the Pacific. So they definitely have to start to turn it around here. Luckily, still over half the season to go. Maskarov for McTavish and Strome. Wow. So we get a really good prospect goalie. I'd much rather they offered us like Saros for McTavish and Strome. That'd been kind of nasty. Unfortunately, though, they didn't. Maybe they'll come back with that. More picks there for players. Vladar for Comtois. Okay, so we get a goalie for Comtois. We got to say yes to that one. I think Vladar is an upgrade for us at backup goalie. Take a quick look. Yeah, Stolarz is an 80. I think I actually just have to send him down. Does he get claimed? Doesn't look like it. We didn't get a pop-up. So goalies look better now, which is good. Wow, look at this one, guys. Montreal Canadiens offer us Dadonov for John Gibson. So Vladar's now our starting goaltender. Interesting. So I think twice now Montreal's fleecing us because Dadonov's not bad. He's actually having a really good year. 10 goals, 36 assists. Kind of weird how he's a total playmaker this season as he's a sniper there. But still, an 82 forward for our 85 goalie. They fleeced us on the Byron trade. Now they fleeced us again here. Getting John Gibson. It is what it is, though. Part of the deal. So luckily, Stolarz didn't get claimed on waivers as we actually, need him now as our backup. But we got a few weeks left here till the deadline. Curious to see, if we get any action there during deadline day. And now Otto just gave us a pretty bad offer, honestly, for John Klingberg. Just a couple seconds and a couple not great prospects. So luckily can say no to that one. Oh my. Red Wings. Yzerman is selling Tyler Bertuzzi and Jake Wallman for a first and second round pick. We're saying yes. Hopefully that first round pick is not, Connor Bedard, but we'll see what happens. It's kind of funny, honestly, because, in real life, if the Red Wings just didn't win 5 in a row, I feel like both those guys had a very good chance of being traded. Wow, we're getting another defenseman here, guys. Justin Schultz offered to us for Tracy and King. We have to say yes. I don't know where all these defensemen are going to play, but whatever. And so it's on the trade deadline here, guys. Last chance for this team to change up. I'm just going to keep our current trade block because obviously we have, all those assets and everything on it. Definitely have to enter the trade deadline because you usually get a lot of offers. Morgan Rielly there, #1 player on the block. You got Drew Doughty, Patty Kane, R. Troy Terry, Zegras, Deneau, Perron, Varlamov, Reimer, Kopp. So hopefully here we get some offers. It does suck. You can't kind of fast forward here to get to the offers, but we'll sit around for 10 minutes. Hopefully, blockbuster comes through. I feel like usually the teams are more active during the trade deadline, so curious to see what happens. Alright guys, so I've been sitting here for a bit. We haven't gotten any trade offers, so I'm going to try the find trade feature here on Jamie Drysdale. Obviously, he's scratched. He's not helping the team. He's got a lot of value. So I'm going to add him here to find trade. We'll do open blocks, see what we get. Oh, Patrick Kane, plus picks for Jamie Drysdale. I mean, he is expiring contract. Simon Nemec as well. It's very interesting. One young defenseman for another, but Are you kidding me? I feel like this counts as a trade offer because we just did find trade, and the Blackhawks want to offer us Kane for Drysdale. I'm saying yes. That is outstanding. I think I actually have to put Patty Kane on the block now, which is funny, but wow, that's pretty nuts. We just got a big time trade up here, guys, from the Devils, but I don't think we have to say yes to this because Nemec, a second, a fifth, and sixth. Unless Nemec is like 80 plus, he's a prospect, so that's not even an NHL trade, really. Yeah, he's just 76, so yeah, we're gonna say no, as that one doesn't include any NHL trades. Still some time left though in the deadline. We'll see if any other big offers come in. Now this kind of sucks, guys. Just got offered Bukestad and a third from the Senators for 2 seconds and Stollers. I don't know how we have to give up our backup goalie and 2 seconds for Bukestad. That's kind of crazy to me. Like Bukestad, what's his rating? 79. He does have the Eclipse X Factor because he's 6'6", but I don't know where they're getting off. 2 seconds and Stollers, who's actually like our current backup goalie. Senators are fleecing us there. And we just got a pretty big trade here, guys, from the Red Wings. David Perron and Oli Mata for Cam Fowler. A couple picks being switched as well, but Perron, I mean, returns to the Ducks. He was on their team for a bit. Also get Mata there to replace Fowler. Bukestad, we gave our backup goalie for, goes on waivers, so that's amazing. But we're at 10:30 now. I was actually thinking about doing another fine trade with a prospect of ours, and that's Zellweger. He's on the block, so I feel like it's going to be harder to get trades for him, but we can use fine trade here, the same. Open block. 5 offers. Okay, Sheehan at 2 seconds sucks. Iaffello's actually not that bad. Deneau, very good two-way center. We could get James Reimer if we want to get a goalie. Right now we have Vladar. And then Hathaway, second and third. Okay, so it's probably between Reimer to give us some goaltending help or Philip Deneau. I feel like Deneau is very good. Like, he's a solid two-way center. Can play third line center, can play PK. We still have a negative record at the deadline, so we'd have to really kind of turn it around here in the last couple of months. But yeah, Deneau's a really good player. Let's take that DF from the LA Kings. We are also taking a player from a rival, so that might help us out a bit more too. And look at this, guys. I was thinking about maybe taking Iaffello from the LA Kings. They just offered us him with a third and a fourth for Schultz in a second. We had extra defensemen anyways, even after trading away Drysdale. So that is a great trade offer for us. Iaffello, solid two-way winger. Still about 30 minutes to go in the deadline. We still have like all the best players on the block. So we'll see if maybe some like crazy blockbuster comes in the last 30 minutes. But even if it doesn't, I feel like this team looks pretty good. It's just a matter of whether or not they're going to sim well. And the trade deadline is now complete, guys. So I'm just going to go and tinker with the lines, make sure the right players in the NHL, and we'll see what the final result of this team is for the rest of the season. And you got Travis Hamonic here on waivers. I'm just going to decline because we have too many defensemen already. And Patty Kane there is actually our new leading scorer. Alright, guys, so next we're going to show what the final team is looking like. Obviously a lot better than the start of the year. We got Tyler Bertuzzi on the first line with Trevor Zegras and Patty Kane. Like, that's pretty nasty. Kane and Zegras actually are two like the best players in terms of puck skills in the game. I think it's like those two, McDavid, you know, maybe McKinnon or somebody. Second line there is Perron, McTavish, Terry. Third line is such a good shutdown line. You got Iaffello, Deneau, and Henrique. If you look at their defensive stats, they're like 4 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. We'll see how that does. Fourth line here, honestly, is pretty stacked for fourth line. Dadonov, Strom, Vetrano. We'll see how they do. Defensively here even, Riley, Klingberg, top pair. 2 solid offensive defensemen. You got Shankar, Kulikov second, with Wallman and Shen there on the bottom pair. Obviously, our weak spot, though, is down the goaltending. Vladar there's our starter. 74 Eriksson Ek backing him up. And we had extra players, too, like scratched here. We got Max Jones, Oli Mata, Isaac Lundstrom. So we'll see kind of how this team can do after the deadline. Like I said, a couple months left to go. We're currently 5 points behind the Oilers there for the final wildcard spot in the West. So we'll see whether or not all these new players can find some chemistry together and make a late playoff push. Alright, guys, so just in the end of the season here, unfortunately it took the boys a few games to, you know, get to know each other. We actually lost our first 4 straight after the deadline. Luckily, though, a bit of a win streak there. I think we won like 5 straight after that. Had more wins than losses, you know, after the deadline in general. And we actually find ourselves fighting for the final playoff spot here with 1 game to go against the Kings, our rival. No idea what's going to happen. In the Pacific there, you got 3 teams ahead of us with 85 points. We've got 83. So if we beat the Kings, we're tied with them. If the Canucks and Golden Knights also lose, we're tied with them. Even in the Central, the Blues and the Wild also have 85 points. The Stars have 84. So it is so close. All I know is we have to win to have any chance of getting in. And even if we do win, I'm not sure what's going to happen. So final game of the year here. If they want the playoffs, they're going to win this. If they don't, it wasn't meant to be. And 1-1 after 1. Zegras and Moore. 3-3, Terry, Bertuzzi, Arvidsson, Lizotte. Let's see what happens. Oh, are you kidding me? Kevin Fiala scores the game winner. So I think we got that close and fell short. Yeah, looks like the Kings make it in. The Wild, the Blues, they all had 87 points. So even if we beat them, I think we actually still would have missed. Because, yeah, the Golden Knights, 87 points and missed. They would have gotten the final wildcard spot anyways. But still the fact that, the team was able to climb that close with barely above 500 record is pretty cool. Let's see here, guys. Patty Kane leading scorer, 76 points there in 80 games. Terry there at 66, same with Zegras, so kind of funny. Perron 55, pretty big year. Dadonov 53, Henrik Klingberg both 50. Riley was close. Bertuzzi 44, McTavish put up 40 points. Deneau Strome there pretty close to 40. So, I mean, yeah, overall not too bad. I think we just got kind of off to too slow of a start. We didn't have the trades coming in, quick enough to turn around this team in time. Vladar there was actually more than capable as a starter. Wow, 922 save percentage, 2.51 goals against, 19, 12, and 3. So I think he actually had better numbers for us than Sean Gibson, which is kind of crazy. Actually, guys, I take that back. I'm looking at Gibson's numbers here. They're pretty much identical. I think Vladar had a 922, and then they both had like a 255. I don't know, basically identical numbers, but we got more wins with Vladar, probably because, too, we had a better team in front of him than we had in front of Gibson. And check this out, guys. Look at the entire league. Mark Scheifele takes home the Art Ross Trophy, 103 points. I don't think I've ever seen him produce that much. Matthews behind him, Connor, Marner, McCarr, 93, Barkov, McDavid, Fox, Robertson. Most goals goes to Matthews, 49. It was actually tied with Kucherov, so they'll be splitting it. Defensive scoring, obviously, Cale Makar. Rookie skaters, we had McTavish on the team. Kuzmenko, though, 57 points. He doesn't actually count as a rookie in real life, I don't believe. And then McTavish there, 6th in scoring, so I don't think it'll be quite good enough to take him the Calder. And look at the entire league here, guys. The Rangers actually get the President's Trophy, 120 points. They do have Tarasenko on the team now, so I'm sure that's a big help for them. Washington misses at 13th. I would be so upset. And we finished 21st. The fact that we're still, fighting for a playoff spot there till the final day is pretty impressive. Last NHL, the Coyotes, one above them, the Blackhawks and the Sharks, so the teams you'd expect, to have the best shot there of Connor Bedard. And look at this, guys. A lot of results are in. Arizona keeps the first overall pick to get Connor Bedard. And Detroit jumps from 12 to 2. So they literally jumped the max you could, winning the lottery with our pick, which I think we gave them for, like, Bertuzzi and Wallman, I want to say. So that's insane. Essentially traded Adam Fantilli for 2 expiring deals. But what are the odds? 12th there, wins the lottery, jumps up to 2. If that happens in real life this year, that'd be pretty nuts too. Obviously, not as crazy as a team jumping, 7+ spots for Connor Bedard, but would still be pretty nuts to jump up the max there. Pittsburgh Penguins actually won the Stanley Cup. And I'm looking at the playoff tree, guys, and that could legitimately be like the 8 teams to make the playoffs in the East this year. I can see the Penguins went through the Rangers, Devils, Bruins, and then actually beat the Flames in the Stanley Cup final. Quickly here, we'll look at the awards. So obviously, we know all the team ones. Individual here, Scheifele, Art Ross. McCarlo gets the Hart. I mean, he put up a ton of points as a defenseman. Also got the James Norris back-to-back years. Marner, Lady Bing. Kent Johnson got the Calder, okay. Gensel, Conn Smythe. Yorgi there got the Vezina. Anderson, no, Liam Jennings. He actually did that back-to-back years as well. Darnell Nurse, Bill Masterton. Red Wings coach, Jack Adams. Couture there got the Selke. McCarr, Ted Lindsay. And then Matthews there with Maurice Richard. So, unfortunately, no awards for us, but still had a lot of fun with this video, guys. Seeing all the different trades come in, the fact we almost made the Ducks a playoff team, considering how bad they are in real life right now. And like I said, let me know in the comments section which team you want me to use next. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.